Hey everybody, I'm Rob.
And I'm Lori Marie Jenkins.
And we are both artists who have
moved to
Costa Rica.
Yeah, thank you so much for joining us. As you know, last week we were kind of frazzled on our video. Crazy week coming up, but we've had a good week.
Yes. This week is a little bit less stressful. I had a border run to Nicaragua. Lori Marie had a full day trip to Santa Cruz for a lawyer's meeting at the Caja office.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we got details on all that fun stuff.
Yes, we do. But we're going to go back to last Friday after we made the video.
Yes. This is interesting. We had visited with some friends here in our area, and it was a later night than we're used to. But anyway, we're driving back home to where we're staying, and we just happened to drive by where our casita is, where our property is, and it's currently unoccupied. And I noticed the front door was open. I'm like, that's weird. There's nothing in there. It's empty.
Nothing. Zero.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah. And so we just stopped, and as I got out of the car, I noticed something a little bit odd, and lo and behold, somebody had stolen our windows.
Our windows. They had stolen our windows. 3 of them. He had stolen 3 windows.
Not the entire thing. It's a big window with half of it slides open, and the moving parts, all 3 of them were gone.
Yeah, it was really interesting because we pulled up and our headlights were on the front door, so that it freaked me out a little bit, the front door being open. So
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, put the headlights on the front door and kind of light up the casita. So as he's walking to the casita, he goes like this with his arms through the window, or where the window should have been. It's like, oh my gosh. So yeah, 3 windows.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So a little discouraging there. It's as we have been led to believe by many people, it's a crime of opportunity. Mm-hmm. It's an empty place. Nobody was there, and so somebody's going to take those windows and sell them, use them on their own little property.
Or their cousin's house.
Yeah, exactly. Who
Cousin
knows?
Jose needed a few windows. So yeah. I mean, we learned a lesson. Don't leave anything unattended.
Right.
Even though we didn't think that somebody would steal the windows, we felt like the casita was empty and there was nothing to take. But yeah,
not empty enough.
there was something to take. So
yeah.
So okay, so that was Friday night. It was kind of upsetting, of course. And then Saturday morning, Rob left.
Yes. And so what I had to do was a border run to Nicaragua. And the company that I was with, Natives Away, they were fantastic. They leave out of Tamarindo. So I had to drive up to Tamarindo, which is about 6.5 hour drive with traffic, which there almost always is. So drove up there, got to stay at a really nice little place. I was actually in Villarreal, which is not on the coast, but right next to Tamarindo. And so props to Stefan. Stayed at Antema Lodge in Villarreal. Really nice little place there, under construction. Got to see the howler monkeys, and cute place. And then I visited with a friend who was living in Tamarindo. Great to see him. And so this was all in preparation for an early morning Sunday trip.
Hi, Ernesto.
Hey, Ernesto.
He got to visit with Ernesto.
Yes.
Rob and I had the opportunity, both of us at different times in our careers at Trader Joe's, both of us got to work with Ernesto at some point in time. So
Yes.
it was really neat. He's retired, purchased property up in Tamarindo, and
Yep.
Rob got to visit with him. So that was really nice.
Thanks. Yeah. No, good stuff. And so I got to spend that evening with him. He showed me around. It was really fun. Lori Marie and I had not been up to the Guanacaste area, so this was all new to me, and good to see this stuff. And then Sunday morning, picked up promptly at 7:10, and so the company picks you up in a small, like a minivan, 9 of us, and the whole trip is just a Nicaraguan border run. And we've got some fun videos of some of the stations along the way to get checked out of Costa Rica, and then you go into Nicaraguan customs, get your passport stamped, go around to the other side of the building and get it stamped out, and come back across. That's a border run.
That's a border run in Nicaragua.
Yes.
In Panama, it's a little bit different. They have different requirements. That's why he chose to drive the distance to go to Nicaragua. A little easier in Nicaragua than in Panama at this point.
Yeah. And it can be really slow or it can be really fast depending on how many people are ahead of you, Our guide knew a lot of the people who worked there, so he was really able to kind of grease the wheels and get us through the lines. So it was much smoother than anticipated doing that. I would not do the exact same thing again, because what happened was I was back in Tamarindo at about 2 in the afternoon, and I decided to drive home, home being here. And it turned into about a 6.5, 7 hour drive. And so, for those of you who don't know, driving at night in Costa Rica in the pouring rain is a really difficult situation.
Yeah. Now the road the busy road that we're on, what is it? 24, 34?
243.
243. I was so close. 243. They have reflectors on each side of the road and then down the center,
Nice.
so it's much, much easier. The road that he was on did not have that.
Right. In the rain, you can't see the lines on the road. There's no reflectors. You can't see the edge of the road. Basically, in the pouring rain, you are following the very slow tail lights of the car in front of you.
You don't want to be the first car.
Right, you don't want to be the first. And if you are, you're going to go slow. So it was an experience. And what I should have done is just spent another night in Tamarindo. Hindsight is foresight, so won't do that again. But got the border run done, so I've got another 90 days here. Yay. So one big task off the list.
Right. So that was Sunday night that he came home in the rain, and then Tuesday morning at 4 o'clock, I was picked up by my driver. Her name is Fanny. I'm sorry for all of you across the pond where that means something else, but that is her name, Fanny. Adorable. And she had her daughter, 22-year-old daughter in the back seat, and we drove for 5.5 hours, got a little lost. Saw, like Rob was saying, when he went on his drive, he saw things he hadn't seen before in Costa Rica. Me as well, a lot of flatlands, a lot of pastures.
A lot of cattle grazing.
A lot of cattle grazing. We had a lot of cattle on the road where we had to stop and let some of them go by, and we were driving between the cows, so it was very interesting. I could have stuck my arm out the window and paddled somebody right on the rump, but I didn't. But they were right there for us. So 5.5 hours, got up there. There was a little communication hiccup between myself and Fanny. I expected her to take me up and bring me back. I figured she was coming back to Platanillo. I didn't think that was an issue. So on the way up, she says, "So when are you coming home?" And I'm like, "Oi, today." And she's like, "Oh, are you coming back with me?" And I said, "Yeah, I am." So I don't know what would have happened had we not had that conversation. She may have dropped me off and come back. I don't know.
Oops.
And then, oops, there I would have been. Very smooth. Met our attorney, abogado, Andres.
Yep.
There, he had a couple of other people there that he was doing the same process for. And basically, end of story. I am now part of the Social Security system and the health system here. So paid for a month, have to do that once a month. The reason that we went up to Santa Cruz instead of San Isidro is because it was a great financial difference, big savings for me to go up to Santa Cruz to do that.
Yep.
Interesting. Guided by our attorney, Andres. So very helpful to have that. And then came back, really missed the torrential rain. It started to rain, pardon me, but the rain came after that with a lot of mudslides and things like that. So I got home just in time before a lot of that happened. What I want to say is how Costa Ricans, especially in this area where there's a lot of rain, of course, what he was saying in Guanacaste, it's drier.
Much.
So we have chosen an area that is more densely green, the rainforest, that type of thing.
Yep.
And it's a constant battle keeping the earth where you want it to be.
And the trees, and yeah.
But they take it in stride.
Yep.
You know, it's like, oh my gosh, you know, the half of your mountain just came down, and they're like, no problem. And then by the next day, it's gone off the road. So they take care of it pretty quickly. We didn't lose power. Some people lost power, but we did not lose power. But I just think it's interesting that we as humans are constantly trying to control this this earth, and the earth is saying, "Yeah, no, I'm letting loose of this. You guys deal with it."
And it was a big rain. It was top 3 of our time here so far, for sure.
Yeah.
A lot of wind and thunder and lightning. So it was a much more torrential storm than we're used to, and the wind took a lot of trees down. We lost a tree on our property, which is one that we were planning on cutting down anyway.
Yeah, Mother Nature knocked it down for us, so we don't have to pay to have it cut down. So that was very nice. We do have to pay to have it cut up, and we're gonna
get out of our driveway.
Yeah, get it out of the driveway. That's true. And we're gonna mill the wood, so we'll have some wood for Rob to play with eventually after it dries. But there's mills around, and they take care of trees like that, so that's kind of fun.
Yeah, that'll be great.
Yeah.
So it was a very exciting week.
And we did it.
Yeah, we did it. And for those of you who are concerned about the casita, don't be. We have begun our remodeling with our builder. And one of the most interesting things they do here in Costa Rica is when they are building a house, or even with a remodel, they actually build a shack next to the house where the workers live for the duration. And so our job started Monday or Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Yeah, and we did have the windows replaced. So,
right.
Yeah, not a big deal, just a little bit of money. It's a pain in the booty. And then, but the workers will actually be living on site while they do all of the work. So it's for one, to protect their tools from theft, and also just to keep the property occupied and safe.
Yeah.
It's really neat.
We're really grateful.
Yeah, we had heard about this before and seen it at other places, so.
Yeah, we got to see them building their new little house where they'll be for maybe the next 5-6 weeks. I don't know.
Right, yeah. So it's good. So that's a good thing, and you know, it's not like we're unaware that there are issues anywhere in the world. It's not just Costa Rica, and but it's a learning experience.
Yep. All right. Can I show them the fruit?
Yes.
Okay. We have a couple of trees that are harvestable at this point in time. One of them
on the place we're staying.
Yes, on this property. So this is a banana, obviously, and they're called an ice cream banana. There must be another name for it as well, because we say ice cream banana and people don't always know what we're talking about. So I'll have to look that up. I'm not quite sure what it is. Very round. It's a cross between, for me anyway, a cross between a banana and a plantain. Although when they're not ripe like this, it's much sweeter.
Oh, okay.
So I played with some today. I made a green papaya and banana curry dish, which is
super good.
Very, very fun. So I put a couple of these in. They're very firm right now, but I tasted it and it was very sweet.
Yeah, quite a few growing currently.
Yeah.
Not harvestable yet.
This is a mamonchino.
We don't know.
Well, that's what Daniel calls it.
Okay.
Yeah. So anyway, there's a couple names for it. Rambutan.
Rambutan.
Rambutan is the other name. And we have a tree behind us of this fruit.
Oh, it's great.
And it's called Honey in a Shell. And see if I can pop it open.
So there's the soft little spikes on it.
Yeah, if you can see
and
the little spikes.
When it's red, that means it's ripe?
So I split the shell right there, and then there's the fruit in there.
It's like a little fruit egg with a seed inside it.
Very sweet.
Yeah, very tasty. You can find it in the States, but it's less common. It's more of a tropics kind of thing.
So they're in season right now. Lots of people have them for sale.
They're everywhere, roadsides.
Alongside the road.
Bags of them.
Yeah.
1,000 colones per bag.
That's right.
Colones.
It's very, very, this is a good one. Very yummy. This is really good.
We picked some up at the grocery store today. The ones in our tree aren't quite harvestable.
Right. And the birds are eating them. So
Yep.
I'm okay with that.
Yep.
They're beautiful birds. But here's the seed. I'm going to plant this seed so that we can have a tree. I'm sure we have some on the property. But, the birds really love this. The animals really love this fruit. So in our garden we have, the garden that we have that's ready to go to the casita whenever it's ready. We have turmeric, we have ginger, we have a mango tree, we have a papaya tree.
2 papaya trees maybe.
2 papaya trees. So things that we've started from seed that have sprouted up. So it's kind of fun.
And there's also a lot of, we'll get into this more and we can show you guys, but there's a lot of fruit trees there already. We've got 2 papaya trees, cacao, mango, avocado, and that's just right next to the casita. I think when you get a little deeper into the jungle, there's going to be quite a bit more. So this was actually harvested land in the past. Very fun.
All right.
But yeah, so we got a couple of extra videos for you, so hang out and watch those.
We have some pictures of the casita, the before. All right, we will be probably next week sending you some updates of the videos the remodel.
Yep.
Keep you posted on that. Pretty darn exciting. It's going to be really, really cute.
Yeah, and you can see how things change, and those of you who don't know, it's like a 700 square foot house, and it's kind of a Tico style house, and we're just modernizing it a little bit. Kitchen, bathroom,
Very fun.
Painting the roof, putting gutters on, so.
Painting the house probably like a turquoise.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fun.
So we've got some ideas with that, but it's very exciting just finding something here where we want to stay, and that is Platanillo. We love it here.
Yep.
Very fun place.
Okay.
So that was our exciting week.
Yep.
And thank you for all the questions and comments.
And the support.
Yeah,
really.
and the support.
Yeah,
it's
you guys are
fantastic.
great.
We're doing fine. And we'd love hearing from you guys. Try to respond to every single comment or question.
Right.
Yeah, so if you haven't subscribed, go ahead.
Hit the bell, and you'll
Yeah.
get a notification whenever we post a video, which is usually Saturday morning.
Yep, so
All right.
sounds good.
See you there.
All right.
Okay, adios.
Ciao. All right, everybody. I am here at the Antima Lodge in Villarreal, which is near Tamarindo. And I am staying the night here so I can do my border run up to Nicaragua tomorrow morning. So very exciting. Beautiful place here. It's under construction, so you'll see some guys. But come right out here. And you've got a lovely saltwater pool. Got a nice little pool there. Got your palapa with coffee and cerveza. And a couple of the rooms here. And come over here, I'll show you my room real quick. It's a nice place. They've got a big 8-person building they're doing. And voila. My lovely room for the night. So Stefan is the host here, and seems like a very nice guy. Thanks. All right, I'm out here on Playa Flamingo, which is right near Tamarindo. I'm visiting my buddy Ernesto, and I'm taking my border run tomorrow to Nicaragua. So this is pretty close to Nicaragua. Just gorgeous beach here. I don't know if you can hear me, it's a little bit noisy, but just beautiful white sand beach. And there we'll have a lovely sunset in about 2 hours. All right, we are at the Nicaraguan border. This is the Costa Rican side, and we just got our passports stamped. That's our little shuttle. So far, so good. The 3-hour drive up from Tamarindo, and then so we got to cross over to Nicaragua and hope there's not too long of a lines. All right, we are waiting here to get stamped into Nicaragua. Had to show our COVID cards, passports, and yeah, so there's a bus ahead of us, so might be a little bit of a wait, and then we move on. All right, back in Costa Rica, and heading through customs now.
All right, here's the office where I'm going inside to get my caja all taken care of. Got here safe and sound, thanks to Fanny. Took 5.5 hours, got a little lost, but that's okay, we did it. And here we are, coming back. Look at that rain.
But I can't see so well.
There he is, giving it a college try. Well, I missed that.
It's on the ground.
And ta-da! There they are. Good job, handsome hubby.